These are the circular, unfinished wooden rounds that I use for many different purposes. One of the purposes is in making individual workboards for children. So they usually start like this. I never keep them like this. I always put a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork on it, because that's one way of mixing my artwork and my creativity with actual developmental materials for children. So yes, you could keep them plain. I know there's some theories that like these plain, but I just do not. So this is a 12-inch round. I have this is a 10-inch, and I do have a 14-inch. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I use them for. Now this one, I just put some plain silver gray, or silver, whatever, metallic paint on each side. It's an orange. So one of the things that kids can use these for, or even teachers in the classroom, is for a magnetic board. So when a child is moving these around, they're using not just the vision, but also the proprioception to tell where their hand has to move. You can make this more difficult by using some chalk and put some racing car designs around here, or you can use some obstacles to put up here that they have to go around. And I have a board that I completed the other day. So this is a completed one here. When I say completed, this is one of the activities that I use for the board. So this is one of the plain wooden rounds that I did the creative artwork on it. And I've used some some smooth straws that I cut. I have them here, like so. I just put little slits in it so that it makes a kind of a flange joint, like that. And then I glue it on with some adhesive like E6000 or something else that's very strong, and I have to leave it overnight to dry. So this can be used for several different activities. Oh, and I also put some jewels that I got from my sister on the outside to pretty it up. There's extra on Hitchhiker right there. I don't know who it came from. So you can have a child, let's say, there's nothing on the other side of this one, so this is a perfect example of how you can use the obstacles. Just take the two magnets, put one underneath, and you can have the child just drive their imaginary little car around the course. You can call out a color, white, and the children will go to the white straw and go make circles around the white. And let's say use a pink. Here. So I've also put some, actually I cut these in half, little popsicle sticks, and I put some letters on them. You can either call out the letters, and they can go around letters, numbers, dots, whatever you wish. They can also use these for putting in clothes pegs, because this helps with their fine motor skills. And the other thing that you can use these for is have them balance marbles on top of them. I use this a lot with my kids at S.M.A.R.T. And be prepared to have marbles all over the place, but it is quite fun. Now you could say you can put a marble on just the orange straws that you have, and then find out by asking the children, well, how many orange straws do you have? Because most likely I put these on randomly, so they're not going to have the same ones. But this board is multi-purpose. It's multi-purpose. It can be used for so many different things, and it can be hung up in the classroom as decor as well. And I have some of these tiny little straws in it too, but these have another purpose. I'll show you that. You can put toothpicks and paper clips and whatever you want in here. So it's up to your imagination. So that's that one. A paper towel rolls. I think this one is from a aluminum foil roll. So I have tons of them around here, and I just tape them up as needed. And then what I do is cut another flange joint. For instance, like right here, so you can see. So I just, at the bottom, I just flange them out. And then I glued them to the board. And I think I turned this on upside down and let it dry overnight. And the other side has some of these black straws. These black straws are a little bit wider than the colorful ones, but this is the same premise as the other one. And these jewels can use for tracing for vision development and tactile tracing as well. So once they're ready, you can take the little elastic bands. And if you hang this up, you can even store the elastic bands in there. And you would have the children use one hand. Put the elastic bands on them. And they're playing Cookie Monster. So they just place the elastic bands over the top of the paper towel roll. So you might say, well, you have to put 10 elastics on each one, or 20, or whatever you want. And you can also balance tennis balls or other balls on top of these. So this one just has 4 toilet paper rolls. This one has 4 paper towel rolls, as well as the bottle tops, not the caps, but the tops of the bottles that I flanged out. And this is used for twisting off and on. You can put ping pong balls and tennis balls, and they can try to balance different objects on there as well. And then this one, I added some black straws to the middle. So there's quite a few different things that they can use these for. So this one's not quite done because I'm gonna do some outlining on this is washi tape. I have tons of different washi tapes that I use to decorate the toilet paper rolls, but I would advise to use some regular duct tape first. And that's kind of what I did with some of these, and I put some tape on the inside as well to make them more sturdy, and then put the washi tape on the outside because they can be quite flimsy. So the more tape, and if you use the duct tape, it's a lot thicker than the washi tape, so this might work out better for you. So that's that one. I have zippers on here. I have things for them to button, clip, Velcro, zip again. We also have the twisties. The straws I put sideways because they can lace around the perimeter of the board. And then I actually put some of these little bands that I use for tons of activities on the outside of some of them, so they can just flip it over and try to clip them there. And these little friends here, they can balance marbles on them, or you can cut these little tiny straws up. I think they're called cocktail straws, and you can put them, see how many or how fast they can put the pieces inside of each one of these. And these little designs that I painted on here just for vision and tactile tracing. So you'll notice that I use these a lot because I had like 1,000 of these, so I use what I have. I had so many of these little elastic bands, and you can get bottle caps for everywhere. I store them in like different containers around the house. So whenever my husband has a water bottle, he just snips off the top, and then I end up cutting it and then flanging it up. So, and I just leave them in a container until I'm ready to use them. And I have some mini clothes pegs here because you can use these clothes pegs as well. So here's a bigger one. This is one of the 14-inch boards that I've completed, and inside I actually have some pom poms. So here's a red pom pom, and inside here there's a blue sticker. Those two don't go together. Here's a pink sticker and a blue pom pom. So I know that the blue sticker goes with the blue pom pom, and then I have to find the pink bottle top pom pom. Oh, there it is. Here's the pink one. So that goes on there. I still have to find the yellow. So this one over here, this is white, red and green. So I can just switch them around if I was a child and say, I'm going to match them. The red goes with the red, yellow. And white with the white. And you'll see I have some of the straws that are standing here, and they have the straws around here for lacing, and I have the clips here. I haven't put anything on the back besides the artwork, and I haven't decided what I'm going to put on. And this is a good one, because I would say you can make these for the children, but you can also make this as a teacher board. So let's say the teacher's in the classroom, and these are just those little tops that come, oh, I didn't glue that on properly. I forgot it's still wet. That come with the pouches that little toddlers drink their vegetables or fruits out or something like that. So I just put magnets on one side, and the teacher can make different patterns. You can hang this up on a wall, and if the children have, let's say, they have bottle caps that they don't have to be magnetized. I put magnets on the back of this, but the children can recreate the same pattern as a teacher. Or you could use these to teach positionals like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and also how to read a grid. And there's so many different things. And if you just collect these bottle caps and some stickers and start putting colors in there or numbers or whatever, you can use this for a lot of different things. And I haven't done anything with the back side of this yet. We'll see. And this is just a plain one of the black straws, just so they can lace all the way around to the middle. And on the other side, I put the small bottle caps in. There's little beads there. Here's another one. This nice big 14-inch one. And I actually put the pouch tops, magnets, put them there. And then I have to get some pom poms to put in there. There's some more lacing around that side. And on this side, I made these little hearts and fish or balloon shapes, what have you. And sewed around the outside so they won't fray too much. Glued them here before actually sewing some of the buttons on. And they can just use the same elastics to attach. And actually, if you don't give them very much guidance, just watch and see what they're going to do with it, because they will surprise you. Sometimes they're good surprises, sometimes they're not so good surprises, but surprise nevertheless. Here's another one that I did. And I just put some shapes. I did them on my computer, and I just photocopied and laminated them, cut them out, put Velcro on the board. I even have Velcro on both sides of this, so you can move these around and put different things up here. But these are just the shapes, and here are the matching shapes that I did the same thing with. And this is great for little pre-K kids, and they're just matching the circle, oval, square. So each one of these has a corresponding shape. So to keep this stuff safe, so I don't end up searching all over for them, I just keep them in the plastic bag for now. But I use a whole lot of Velcro because you can do different things on here, because I even have a bag that has word families in it, rhyming, such. So these are great for individual boards. These are so thin that they can just be stored in containers. Or like I said, holes can be drilled and they can just be attached to a wall if you wanted to. And you will see some of the other boards that I've done. You will see that I've used some additional boards to add to the other boards so that they can be placed in a classroom or in a home up on a wall for a child to go and play with whenever they are allowed or whenever they wish. Then I have this one. This is another one I haven't. This is Vision on the back, Tactile Tracing. And I made these little crayon shapes from the felt. And just used a paint pen to put the markings on. And it's just a matter of printing, laminating, and cutting out these. And I put the corresponding colored Velcro here so they can use this one. So if they might know why it's for yellow, they can put that there. And let's say if they have the 3 down there, then they'll find the 3 dots to put up there. And I made another one like this for one of the boards that actually spins around, but these are great for stations in the classroom. It's great for rainy days, or when the kids, as soon as they get to school, they can be assigned different boards that they have to use while they're waiting for the rest of the children to get there. So why am I making all of these? Because yes, I've already made some for S.M.A.R.T, but we may be, or I may be, working with some interested teachers in developing classroom environments that are developmentally appropriate, but also developmentally stimulating as well. And what better time to do that but now? And then I have, like I showed you this one before, I actually have some fine motor activities on the boards, and this is another vision one that I just embellished with gems from my sister. So there's this, these are some of them. I have made about 50 of them. So I haven't decided how I'm going to do this program, who I'm going to start with, which schools or teachers, but definitely has to be a teacher that shows some interest in what we do, because a lot of work is going into this. And a lot of these are going to be templates so that I can have my assistants help recreate some. Once I do the artwork, then I can give them the boards and they can just try to recreate what I have, so we can have sets for different schools. So I don't know why I like this guy so much. I call him Mr. Octopus. But he's just one of the toilet paper rolls that I made extra long flanges with. So I might put him somewhere, or I might just keep him. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm glad I'm glad this is done. I'm glad I've shown this, because I meant to do it and I just was completely overwhelmed because I made so many. And the lighting's not that great downstairs, and it's hard for me to actually do these while showing on the camera, if that makes any sense. So I thought I would just show them afterwards. And like I said, I have tons of other ones, but you'll probably see them in some other videos. So that's it for now. I've done something. I can tick off my list and I'm happy. So I'll see you next time when I show you some of the mini boards that I've completed as well.